Okay, so there's this issue I want to talk about. So I had this friend who was very different from me. She was failing a lot of classes because she didn't really care. She smoked, she drank, she did drugs, and so did her sister. And she wasn't exactly nice to people. Well, she was a nice person, but she was very rude. Not that I'm not rude, but excessively rude and disrespectful to many people. So, this was a couple days ago, and I honestly do not remember what we're talking about. And, I called her dumb, which I do a lot, and she calls me the stupidest Asian she's ever met a lot too, so, whatever. And she got so ticked off at me, because I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, and, I don't know. And then she called me, again, the stupidest Asian she ever met, and I don't know, and she was, I forgot, it just went on, and I'm like, shut up. She's like, don't tell me to shut up, you know who I am, and I'm like, and it kind of went on like that, and we're talking about stuff, and I was talking about how she gave a B job to someone, and she's like, oh, I never did that. I'm like, you told me you did. And she's like, well, I lied to you so I could get a secret out of you, and I'm like, that's really low. And we're having discussion, and she's a 3-timer, so it's like, your vagina is bigger than the Grand Canyon, and whatever. And she got so mad at me, and okay, to be fair, she's very racially rude. Yeah, whatever. I just ignore that because everyone's racist. Everybody's a little racist. Yeah. So I just ignore that kind of stuff, and I don't care. And she is Puerto Rican and Greek and Turkish, I think. Yeah, and I called her Mexican. She got so pissed. I'm like Puerto Rican. I'm like, it's the same thing. I know it's not the same thing. It's just karma. Like, what goes around comes around. Because she called me Chinese and I said I was Korean. She's like, same thing. So, whatever. And, yeah. This isn't the first argument I had with Marie. This is the first long, carried out argument I've had with her. Other arguments were with school projects when I worked with her, and she honestly did absolutely nothing. So, I'm not even kidding. She did absolutely nothing. And I get really mad at her for that, because I'm not exactly smart, so. And I am not going to do anybody's work for them, because, it's not fair. And yeah. And she got mad at me, and she was like, are you going to fight me? I'm like, I'm going to fight you. Like, I'm not going to actually fight her. I mean, come on. It's like the last day of school. I'm not getting expelled for that. And I'm just like, oh, I'm going to fight you. It's like, come at me, bro. And she got mad, and she's like, don't think I'm not going to hit you. I'm like, you're not going to hit me. She's kind of a talk the talk person. Like, she won't actually do it. And I'm more of a kind of halfway there. Like, if I tell someone I'm going to hit them, I will hit them. Like my cousin, she kept, breaking my stuff. And I said, if you do that, then I'm going to punch you in the face. And I punched her in the face. But, whatever. I'm kind of hostile. I'm probably going to delete this. And no one's going to listen to this except for Gianna and the other person who subscribed to me if someone else is subscribed to me. Yeah. And, she wouldn't shut up. And we were walking out of the building. I'm like, oh my god, someone hit her. And she's like, oh, now you're trying to get other people to hit me? It's like, come on. And later, my friend messaged me on Facebook and said, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? So I stuck up for you on her Facebook. And I look, and she had a bitch rant about me, and without my name. So I'm like, wow, are you that pathetic? I get into arguments all the time, but do I bitch about it on Facebook? No. I don't really bitch about it to anybody except for here right now. This is basically it. And I'm like, wow. And she's like, who do you think I am? I'm never going to jail. I'm never going to be a slut. And haters gonna hate. And I'm like, she's really different from online than in real person. And online, she's like, oh my god, love me, blah blah blah. I'm so cute. And I'm like, no. So yeah. And like, who did this? It's like, Lydia. And I'm like, alright, whatever. And everyone who read that said, you're taking this too far. Because she was. And I tried to talk to her. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry I said that. Can we just start over? And she's like, no, you're a bitch. And I'm like, okay, first off, you insulted me too. And so I did it back. And if you can't handle a verbal argument, who thinks you can handle a physical one? And, yeah. So I'm like, you know what? And I'm like trying to like reason with her, like, you're racist. You're being racist. And, you know, just stop. And if you stop calling me names, then I'll stop calling you names. And stuff like that. But she wouldn't listen. And I'm like, I would, I'm like, don't call me Asian. Call me by my name, not my race. And she started laughing and she was like, but it's true though. I'm like, fine, do you rather not be friends? And it's like, yeah, try and learn from your mistakes. And I'm like, bye. So, if you ever meet someone like that in life, just ignore them because they're just gonna hell you over because she's the reason I have a C minus in history, which isn't a bad grade, but still, I could have done better. Because, you know, Asian powers that don't really work. I actually did because I got a C in math and I thought I would fail that, so, yeah. Um, this chair is broken. Yeah. So, moral is true friends stab you in the front, not in the back.